Hello, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal with Crystal Clear Plans, and today we are going to be decorating in my journal. So let's get started. I have a thought of what I want to do here in my journal for the week of the 26th through the 1st, and I'm hoping it will translate the way I'm thinking it will. We are going to be using this Live Love Posh Velour Garden, and I haven't used this set, and I haven't used any of these actually, of these loose ones that are not bound in a sticker book. I have the black and white one, a brighter colored one, but I want to use this in my journal, and this isn't a junk journal, so I was a little hesitant, like did I want to use it, just because of the stickers that are back in the back that you can tear and put them in there. But it's my journal, there's no rules, so we are going to use it anyway. And it might be leaning a touch too, sorry about that, it might be leaning a little bit into the junk journal realm, but it's just decoration when you get down to it. This is still going to be my personal journal. We're just going to do a little decorating. So that being said, I think I want to use some of these blues and maybe gold colors in this sticker paper down here. So what I'm thinking, and like I said, I don't know how well this is going to translate, but in my mind, it looks like it will work out. It feels or seems like it will. I'm going to use some washi tape, and I'm just going to tape off these corners, decorate it with some of these terrible stickers. Every time I hear that or I say that, I think that I'm saying terrible as in that's terrible, not terrible. I don't know if it's just my accent, how I speak, but every time I hear it, I'm like, it's not terrible, it's terrible, but it sounds the same. Anyway, moving on. So yes, I am going to use the gold and the blue, and I think that I'm going to use a different color. I wish I had blue. I didn't realize there wasn't any blue washi strips. So maybe I will use the white and then the blue and the gold on the corners. So let's get started with that. I am going to cut this blue off so that way it's easier to handle as far as tearing goes. Otherwise, the sticker, when you take it off of the backing, it's a little harder to maneuver, trying to get it torn just the way you want it. Okay, let me put this back over here. And then this other one, this gold. Okay. These sticker sets have been really popular. And I'm glad, because I really enjoy them. It lets you feel very creative, even if you aren't necessarily, or you think you're not necessarily a creative person. At least that's how it is for me. I feel like I'm being super artsy and creative. Okay, let's see. I kind of want them to be about the same size, and I don't want them to be super large. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? And do I want to tear it or do I want to cut it? Because basically, I'm going to use the washi tape anyway. Let me think about this for a second. And do I want the blue up here and the gold down here? I think I do. And now I want to, let's think about how much of this I want going across. Okay, I might change it a little depending on how I want to do this. Let me turn my book and see what the best option is going to be. Because I do kind of want it to be symmetrical. Is this gonna help? Probably not. Okay, let me turn it back over. All right, I'm just going to cut. And then if we need to trim down, we will. All right, let's see. Is that fairly straight? Not bad. All right, let's put that down. And then I may change my mind about the washi tape, but we'll see. For my journal, I like to add a little decor, but I don't get too overly aggressive in my decoration, just because this is a week-long journal and I kind of want to have room to write about my week in the journal, so I want to make sure to leave myself enough space. As you can see in the week before, I have quite a bit of space here to write, and then I have an area for like a highlight of the week. I don't know if I'll do a highlight of the week. I might. We'll see. And when I say highlight of the week, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything huge. It could just be something cute that you thought about, or something to that effect. Okay, and I'm aware that this isn't super straight, but maybe with the washi tape we can clean that up a little bit. Okay, so now over here we're going to add a corner to this side. Like that, and this one might be a little smaller than that one, and that's okay. It's just decoration, it's not that serious. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just for me anyway. You guys are just along for the ride. Maybe you're like, I can do better than that, and you do something even better in your journal. And if you do, please post a picture. I'd love to see. Because I am all about getting inspiration. And maybe these just aren't the colors I need to use. Maybe it will look better in a different color. Never know. This is just what I'm using today. Let me turn my book and we will work on this corner. All right. Okay. And we're going to trim this. Are any of you into Pokemon at all? I used to play Pokemon Go on my phone when I lived in Italy, but it took up a lot of time, and ended up deleting the game from my phone. But here in Japan, they are actually opening up a Pokemon theme park. And it's going to open up in February. And maybe we'll go check it out just to kind of see what all the fuss is about. It's a theme park, so I am interested in of itself just because of the rides. I think that would be interesting. When we were in Sicily, we went to a theme park there, and it was okay. It wasn't bad. We also went to Paris. I think it was a year ago, actually. It was January last year. And we went to Disney Paris. And I had never been to any of the Disneyland parks. So I was expecting this gigantic theme park. And in actuality, it was not. It wasn't very large at all. Okay, this isn't going to be big enough, so I'm going to put this back and we might use it somewhere else. Let me grab a new strip. So yeah, we went to Disney Paris, and I mean, it was cold, so that wasn't so fun, but the actual park itself was very nice, and it was smaller. It definitely was smaller than the parks in the US. My husband, he has been, I forget which park it was that he has been to, but it's definitely a park that you can finish in a day, and that's what we did. We spent all day there, and it was fun. They had the parade and the princesses, and their castle that they have there is the Sleeping Beauty castle there in Paris. And it was really pretty. We had fun. There aren't that many rides there. As I mentioned, we were able to do the whole park in one day and ride the rides that we wanted to ride a couple of times, because there's not that many. Now, there are 2 parks, and we only went to the one park that day because we were trying to cram as much as we could about Paris in, I think it was 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. And let me tell you, we did a ton of walking. Okay, so this is kind of what I was really wanting to go for. So that's good. I wonder if we could use a different color of washi, maybe across here and here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to incorporate some of this dark brown, I think, just to kind of use all the colors in the little journaling pad. So I'm going to line this up down here. Okay. So yeah, I've only been to Disney Paris, which sounds fancy, but it's a small Disney. And we do want to check out the Disney here in Tokyo, in Japan. So I'll let you know how that goes. And this isn't going to go across, so let me grab this other strip. So I really like theme parks. Do you like theme parks? I really like the roller coasters. Now, I don't like to spin around in circles, so that's definitely one ride or one type of ride that I won't do. I mean, I might do one, but if it spins around too much, I will get sick. So I get dizzy, I get car sick or motion sick or whatever you want to call it. And that's just not cute. When I went home to Oklahoma, I took my nephews and, well, I invited both my nephews. One couldn't go, one could go. And so we went, and my son went. My husband was in school. Yeah, he was in a class, so he couldn't go with us because he was in another state. But yeah, we went to Frontier City, and that's not anything super special, but I mean, it still had some rides. It was fun. We enjoyed ourselves. I did get sick off of one ride, I hate to say, but we still had fun. We had a good time. All right, I'm gonna lift this up, and I'm going to extend this brown, I'm tearing the page a little bit. I'm going to extend this brown washi tape all the way across because it just looks like it needs it. There we go. I like that a lot better than what it was looking like before. I'm gonna use my craft knife and push it all the way into this seam and then cut it. All right, like that. And maybe we can use this piece if it will be big enough on this side. And yeah, it's going to be perfect. Okay. Yeah, but when we went to Frontier City, I mean, they have a whole, I mean, okay, it's been a while since I've been to any theme parks in the United States, so I didn't realize some of these packages when you go to a theme park, it includes the food, like you just get this little bracelet or I forget what it was that they gave us, a lanyard that you can go and just get your drink, your cup, and then you can just refill it the whole time you're there, or get your tickets for your meals and all this stuff. I mean, I remember when I was in between junior high and high school, me, my sister, and a friend of mine, my dad took us to Six Flags before school was back in session. And we went to Six Flags, and it was nothing like that. We didn't have that. Like, the most you could do was if you paid extra to get like the fast pass, or what was it? It's like a skip the line pass type thing. And that was about it. Man, I scratched this really good. Okay, so learn from my mistake. Don't scratch your sticker, and it will be noticeable afterwards. Okay, so I like how this came out. It's kind of like giving patchwork vibes to me, and I like that. So we're gonna go back in, and let's see, we're gonna add some more stuff. Let's see, I think I want to put this sticker here so I can put a highlight or a thought or a gratitude of some sort there. And then over here I need something smaller. I think I'm going to put this, a little diamond. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. And then for my dates, so this is a weekly journal. I'm going to put this, I'm gonna put it right here, across the top. Okay. And do I want to add any other stickers? Don't really have anything I want to put across the top because this is my journal. I know it's my journal. All the pages are my journal. But maybe I want to add some flowers along this edge and here. So let's look what we have for that. Okay, I have this. I could trim it down the middle. And that'll fit nicely right along the edge. So let me grab my tweezer and we'll line it up. Like that. And we'll use the other half on the other side. Just like that. And then we can probably use some of these single flowers to help fill in the gaps along the side. Not that there's that many, at least not over there. On this side there's a little more, but I think I want to lift this side up. Sorry, I bumped into my camera. Sorry about that. I'm still learning. Like that. I like the way that looks. And then over here, that's too similar. I don't know that this side really needs it. Maybe just this side over here. And we're gonna tuck this in here. Like that. All right. I think that's gonna be enough, honestly. We didn't have to do too terrible much. All right. Well, I guess that's it. That was pretty fast. It came together pretty quickly. I really love it. It came out really nice. It kind of gives like a vintage, and then with the little corners and the washi tape, it kind of makes it feel like vintage patchwork to me. I like it. I like how it came out. Have you used the sticker journaling packs from Live Love Posh? This is the Velour garden that we used today. And I mean, it came together really quickly, honestly. And I really like how it looked to kind of round out the winter months. And I wasn't really planning on doing a back-to-back florals in my journal, but I feel like it's different enough that, I mean, it doesn't look same. So, all right, that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and while I played with some stickers and decorated my journal. I would appreciate it so much if you decided to like and subscribe and do the YouTube things. And I will see you next time on my next video. Bye.